would you rather see in the Canadiens lineup, Dale Weise or Jordan Weal?
I think Dale Weise at this point. I think he just brings more of a physical element. I think he understands his role on the fourth line. He knows what he's out there to do. He knows he's out there to try and keep the puck in the other team's end, hit, finish checks, work hard, get off the ice. I think he understands that role. He knows what he's supposed to do. Jordan Weal, I think it's more of a smaller guy. Is he an offensive guy? Is he a defensive guy? Is he a power play specialist? It's like, so to me, I think Dale Weise. And Dale Weise is playing for his career. Like, he realizes that every game he plays might be not only his last game with the Canadiens, it might be his last game in the NHL. And I think that's a big motivating factor. So you're going to get everything Dale Weise has every night. And again, in the fourth line, he knows his role. He's happy with that role, and he knows what he has to do.
I had a chance to sit down with Dale Weise at the beginning of the year in Laval, and getting sent down to the Laval Rocket was a little bit difficult for him, as he loves playing in the NHL as any other hockey player would. But I think there's just that extra motivating factor for him to want to stay up there. He now has that opportunity, and he knows exactly what to do. And I think with Jordan Weal, he's having difficulty sort of figuring out being one of those players who's in and out of the lineup. I remember after one game he was talking about trying to do too much at certain points and hurting himself. And that's something that he can't do, and he's trying to adjust to the situation that when he is in the lineup, to just do what he needs to do and not try and do too much and have a negative effect.
I would just rotate them both. They don't really do anything for me personally. If I had to choose, I would lean towards Dale, just because he's got the veteran experience, and you're going to need one or two veterans other than Price and Weber in the dressing room for these kids. So he can teach some of the younger kids, a defensive role, how to be a good forechecker and a back checker, because he works hard every game. That's something you want to see. So yeah, I'll lean towards Weise.
Well, if or when Gallagher and Drouin come back from their injuries, there's not going to be a spot on the top three lines for Weal. And that goes back to, again, with Dale Weise knowing his role. Excuse me, Michel Therrien used to always say there's different chairs on a hockey team and you have to fit into one of the chairs. And it was a great line. And Dale Weise knows what chair he fits into, and he fits into it well. So, as I said, I just think on a fourth line role, if you put him, Nate Thompson together, and if Byron comes back or whatever, I think that's a pretty good fourth line.
And Dale Weise,
or even Nick Cousins on that line would be good too.
And Weise plays like every game is potentially his last NHL game.
No, he knows that. He knows that for a fact.
I guess because it is. Okay, go to hockeyinsideout.com and check out this week's full episode.